Hello and welcome. We have a good episode of That Random Model in the works today. And we are going to go ahead and start off with the topic. The Vespa VNB 125 bike. This bike was designed in the 50s and it sold from the 50s, actually in some iterations on up through today. Vespa was owned by the Piaggio company, which was a Italian aircraft company. So this actually came from concepts after World War II, when Piaggio was trying to get Italy mobilized again, and there were restrictions on the aircraft industry, and so they decided to go into mobility products such as scooters. And this was something that most people could afford, and they only sold for a couple $100, and it was a good idea and very iconic style. In the box, we see the body, which is stamped out of one-piece steel on the original forms. This kit is a 1/25th scale, or I'm sorry, 1/24th scale, and it's actually from the manufacturer of ZoomOn. I don't see it on there. We will go get into that in a little bit, which includes the chrome pieces, the reflections for mirrors, other pieces on here as well. It comes with your various tires and wheels, one front, one back, obviously. They come together from one side on both ends. There is a spare tire that goes onto the front, in front of your feet. I am having a hard time focusing. We'll back up a little bit. The detail on this looks very nice. This is a cast resin mold. Front fender. You got your various seat components. Handlebars. The parking stand. Various engine parts. Speaking of engine, the famous 125cc engine. I believe the first generations were sold with a manual transmission. I don't know how close they were to motorcycle transmissions, but in my research I saw that it was manual. The instructions, which call out the different pieces, as well as how they assemble. There are no decals included, but there's at least one clear part, possibly two. And you can see where the metal transfers go on the various parts of the body. This looks like it's going to be a very fun kit to put together. I'm very excited to get this going. I'm going to spend a second and put the pieces back in. because we're going to be opening up a couple other boxes as well. So we're going to put this aside. Just real quick to finish up the options on here. You've got the spare tire, which doesn't have to be on there. You've got the regular seat. This doesn't have one long seat, but it has the front seat as well as a tandem rear seat. You know, can you see making it just a one seat, or could you see maybe putting some filler right here and trimming this back to make it look like one long seat? There are quite a few options that you can make with this, including even a luggage rack. Or you could modify this, such as the biker gangs, punk biker games in England, otherwise known as the mods, did with their scooters. I'm gonna put that right there. The first accessory kit that we're gonna pull out is these are all bought a la carte or separately. This is a sidecar. Again, this is available from the ZoomOn website. You have your very simple instructions. That's it. You've got your pieces laid out as well as how they go on. More on this in a moment. Again, no decals on this version. Now, I have looked over these pieces before. I actually have a few of these because, come on, how can you look at this without wanting to build a scooter with a sidecar, a scooter with a trailer? Oops, did I spoil that? Did I spoil the ending? A scooter with a trailer, or on a trailer, I should say. These are the accessories, the small pieces to put together for this. You have your bullet nose. You would trim this piece and put that. Well, if you're not me, you could put it together. These are the pins for the attachment. You've got your little rear seat to go in there, as well as the wheels for this side. Just park them underneath it. Now, doing research on this, I did find that there are quite a few options. This one has a piece that goes around the front like a bumper, as well as a handle to get in and out and some armrests. Do the armrests need to be on there? No. Does this need to be on there? No. Could you have a windscreen? Sure. Could you have something that looks a little bit more like a bar instead of a flat piece? Sure. Or not even there. Could you paint this in army green and have a Flying Tigers shark front at the front? Oh yeah, you definitely could do that. So there are options with this too. However, the one thing I don't think should be optional on this, unless you are in a country that drives on the left-hand side of the road, like England, Hong Kong, Australia. What you could do on that is put it together just like you see on the box, just like it says on here. But if you're going to make this for most, 90% of the rest of the world that drives on the right-hand side, you'd want the sidecar on the right-hand side of the scooter, which means you're going to want to mount this on the other side. This might work in Hong Kong, which is where this was manufactured, the kit that is, not the real piece. But in order to make it accurate to most of the other countries in the world, you might want to change this out. Put that right there, and The very last piece that we're going to do is the carrier. Again, this is sold separately from ZoomOn, a company that I really like. Their quality of kits is pretty good. I have been working on one of these already, and I do like the quality of it. You do have to do a little bit of modification. When you mount the engine and the wheel in there, I noticed that it was a little bit. I think it was mounted too far forward, and so I had to trim some pieces and sand things back and all to get it to look like it does here or in other reference photos. But no worries. Again, you've got the pieces laid out and how they go together on your instructions. Again, no decals. Very simple construction. You've got more wheels, which are the same that are provided in the others. Well, the same as this. These have those pins on the one side. You have fenders for the trailer. Those fenders would mount here. And you've got, how is that? Does it mount like this? Sounds like something. So I did some research and I found a trailer that looked just like this, and it was attached to another Italian car, an iconic Italian car in the front, and they were all painted a very similar color of blue. And I have a pastel blue and another iconic Italian tow car that would be perfect for this. Possibly would look like the research photo that I found. Some clear pieces. The front piece of the trailer. If you wanna just put it so like it's off to the side, and various other parts. Your taillights. As you can see, that one piece goes in the front, and you would put your scooter back on here, and you could probably scratch built a ball and hitch assembly that goes into a tow car. Be a very good kit. When I was doing the research on this, I found a lot of good information out, such as the Vespas themselves. They've been made in different motors over the past seven decades, and for the most part, very iconic style for the scooter itself. It changes very little. You can still buy something that resembles this today, a little bit more modern. Vespa came from is actually the Italian word for wasp, so I guess it does kind of have a waspy looking look to it. One thing I knew going into this is Vespa actually made in France a car called the Vespa 400. And I've seen those in real life. Those are really neat looking. It kind of looks like a Fiat 500, except without the hatchback. It kind of slopes down more for a coupe look. Very, very neat, iconic looking, but it's like a Fiat 500, but even smaller, if you can imagine that. The scooters, though, themselves, they have been made over the past several years, and a lot of people These are such an exciting vehicle to drive. It's no Harley, it's no leader superbike, but it is a fun mode of transportation. It is a fun vehicle to drive on, and you know, most people, this is their experience driving, either getting around normally or even just like vacationing in Key West or something like that. You're going to find these are ubiquitous throughout the world. They were manufactured in several countries throughout the world, and they were a lot of people's first vehicle. So I thought this would be fun to do a three unboxing and review, since they are very tiny. This is definitely coming up this next year. This is probably my last video of the year. I'm going to try to also maybe get a recap done for the year. Anybody who's watching this after the fact, if you want to come on live, this does post. I try to post at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. It's always good to come on and to support the channel, to give me your input. One of the reasons I wanted to do this live was not only to keep me on a schedule, but also to interact with everybody out there. So if you're out there and you want to leave a comment as I'm going through, if you want to have a question, just post it in the comments and we'll go over it. So with that, I want to thank everybody. This is the first year that That Random Model has been making videos. It won't be the last. I have some videos that I still have to finish editing and do the voiceovers with. I still want to post build videos and all, but the live Wednesdays I want to do for either reviews, unboxings, and I'm also thinking about possibly doing a maybe live building. So let me know what your thoughts are. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Even though my ideas are usually what I go with on the builds, I do like to hear what other people have to say as far as what their preferences are for the live streams and for other subjects. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching this past year. If you did enjoy this video, I ask one thing: just keep coming back. Keep coming back. Watch other videos. Even if there's something on there that looks like something that's kind of hokey or something you might not enjoy, just watch it. These are 15-minute long videos or so, and I try to keep them fun. I try to keep them entertaining. I would like to tell stories. I like to have research and other videos or photos involved in it. And so I want to thank everybody who's been a subscriber. We're at 100 subscribers right now. I want to thank everybody who's been watching the videos. We've had a lot of interest in the live streams. I want to thank everybody who's been right here this whole time, and thank you so much for watching, even if it's your first time here. If you plan on coming back, I really appreciate your time. So thank you so much, and have a very great day.